This right here is the Hiboy EX6F, a foldable all-terrain e-bike, and since this thing is so small and compact, it might be the perfect adventure bike for me. It can be transported in pretty much any car and stored in any home, and as someone who does a lot of van life, camping, adventuring, this might be the perfect bike. I want to say a big thank you and shout out to the team over at Hiboy for sending me this, and before we get into a little test ride, let's talk about the specs. So it has a 750 watt peak powerful motor, 120 kilometer max range, and 32 kilometer an hour max speed. Front suspension, dual disc brakes, all-terrain fat tires, 3 riding modes, 7 gears, smart space folding and ergonomic riding design, and a 48-volt removable battery. Also, the seat is super comfy, and these pedals fold up, which is pretty sweet. All right, guys, switched over to the GoPro, and now it's time to get into the fun part, a little test ride and review. So, like I said, there's 3 modes. It has pedal assist. You can just pedal it like a regular bike, or you have a nice little throttle here, and you can ride it like a dirt bike. And personally, this is one of my favorite ways to ride, just because it's fun. So, we're gonna go for a little test ride, do a little road riding, and also go off-road and see what these all-terrain tires are capable of. So, let's get into a nice little ride. It's a beautiful morning here. And this thing does have a nice little amount of power. All right, so let's see. Let's go left. Go right into the downtown core here. Oh yeah, picks up very fast. Very smooth on the throttle. You know, if you guys are new here, I have a lot of experience with bikes, and I've been diving into the e-bikes recently, and quite a few of the e-bikes I've ridden have like the thumb throttle as a thing, and I gotta say, personally, I do prefer the throttle like this, because you can do a little more easing into it. Like with the thumb throttle, it's kind of all in or all out, and this is just super smooth, super fluent. I really like this throttle, actually. Wow, this is fun. And we are in the beautiful downtown Elora here. Absolutely stunning. Let's hop onto this bridge here. Wow. Yeah, like I said, guys, the throttle is very smooth. This feels nice. I really like this. So let's experience the pedal assist now. We are in gear 2, and it picks up pretty fast, the pedal assist. It's not as smooth as the throttle. I did not see this wire here, guys. I was about to go right through that. Well, let's turn back around. And honestly, the thing with this bike, I have a lot bigger e-bikes, and pedaling without the engine is quite difficult. So right here, I have none of the pedal assist on, and I'm just gonna ride it like a normal bike. And honestly, it is still rideable. It doesn't feel like I'm riding a heavy e-bike. And I believe this thing is only around 50 pounds, so it is a little bit on the lighter side for e-bikes. But yeah, like right now I'm riding it, and it doesn't feel like I'm riding a heavy e-bike. It feels like I'm riding a regular bicycle. So that is pretty sweet. Put it into gear 1. Beautiful Elora Mill. All right, here's a little test. Let's see if it can make it up this hill just with throttle. It is a pretty steep hill. I don't know if the camera does it justice, but it's tugging my way up here. No problem. Wow, pretty impressive. All right, let's head off road. A little bit of gravel and dirt and see what this thing can do. Oh yeah. The tires definitely eat up a lot of the roots. Wow, this feels great. Oh yeah, super smooth. Let's head down here. Brakes are a little squeaky, but what can you expect? Most bikes get a little squeak in the brakes, so. Seems to be holding up pretty well in the woods here. Eats these roots and bumps like nothing, honestly. Wow. Huh. Honestly, pretty nice. And like, there isn't much rattling. Sometimes when you're going over these bumps, the bike's going like, and it is pretty quiet for the most part. Ooh, almost slipped out there. But yeah, these fat tires are pretty awesome. Let's see if we can head down this. Look at this little rock climb here. Perfect. Oh, here's a super scenic spot. Make a quick little pit stop for you guys to show you. Let's see if we can go down these steps. Ooh. 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 Wait. 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 And there you go, guys. This is what the Hiboy is capable of, taking you on some beautiful adventures. And obviously, the selling point and main highlight of this thing is how small and compact it is. The fact that it folds up, it could fit in pretty much any vehicle, and you could take this thing anywhere is ideal. I also really like how the battery comes out so you can charge it easy, but let's get back onto the trails. And just to show you guys, look. Lifting it with not much effort, guys, and that's with the battery in. Get it up one more final step here, and wow, this is one of my favorite spots, guys. Absolutely beautiful here. But let's get back riding. Woo! Oh yeah, it eats these roots, rocks, and bumps very well. Woo! Yeah, this thing is fun, guys, and handles really well. Honestly, the way I ride my bikes is probably a little more extreme than most. Most people who buy this bike are going to use it as a commuter bike, and that is perfect for it. But you know me, guys, I got to put it to a little extra test, you know, and see if it's capable of the Lindy's life adventures. That's the true test. And if it can handle my adventures, I'm sure it can handle exactly what you guys are doing. Okay, sorry. Thank you. Yeah, no worries. Have a nice day. Yeah, you too. Yeah, I love the throttle, guys. That is probably the best part for me, and my selling factor is this throttle. Being able to ride it like a dirt bike is just so fun and really brings out your inner youth. And I know a lot of people who buy these bikes might be, say, I don't know, elderly, have challenging riding a normal bike, whatever the case may be. And I will say, first impressions, this thing is very user-friendly, and I feel like anybody can ride it, anybody can handle this bike, and all in all, I'm very impressed. I will say, if I were to upgrade one thing on this bike, as of right now, maybe I would upgrade the brakes. They don't seem too punchy, but they obviously still work and do the job, but maybe I would upgrade the brakes. And that is the only thing I'll say right now. But yeah, this thing rides super smooth. I love it. Let's do this pedal assist again. Now, the only thing I'm gonna say about the pedal assist, I'm still new to this bike, guys. I haven't really put too many kilometers on it. I'm still getting used to it, but the pedal assist seems like it's kind of like all in or all out. It's very, I'm finding it difficult to maintain like a average speed. It kind of just wants to pick up very quickly. But on one, it seems to be fine. But as soon as I put it in to two, yeah, it just wants to take off. Like it's hard to just keep it chill. But I gotta mess around with that a little more and see if I'm just doing something wrong. Well, let's make a little turn right here and head back to the car. Wow, super smooth on the roads. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah. Woo! This thing is fun. Very, very fun. And look at this beautiful church in the middle of the road here. That's one thing, guys. If you're new around here, be sure to leave a like, subscribe. I go on adventures. I put these bikes and all this stuff to use in real world scenarios. And I love churches. I love the architecture. Absolutely beautiful. Woo! I'll tell you what too, I actually kind of like the sound of the motor this one. When it picks up, super smooth sounding. And we are just about to get back to the van, and I will show you how easy this thing folds up, and I can just throw it in the back of my car. It is pretty amazing. All right, we're coming pretty fast now, going 32, and I'm gonna press the brakes, and yeah, I would improve the brakes a little. That's about it as of right now. So look at this, guys. This is how the folding mechanism works. So you have the center piece right here, and all you have to do is open it, and then you swing it to the side and lift up, and then the bike just simply folds right down the middle. And it is not too heavy, especially for me. I don't mind this, like about 50 pounds, I believe. And then throw it back there, and look at that, guys. You know, fits in literally any trunk, any space. I'm fortunate that I have this huge van, but incredible, guys. Absolutely incredible. So, what are my final thoughts on the Hiboy EX6F? Well, first thing that comes to mind, it is the perfect commuter bike. Like if you live in the city, an apartment, condo, something like that where storage is limited, this thing is perfect for you. You can just fold it up, load it, and go, and it's just ideal for that scenario. For someone like myself who's more of an adventurous guy and does a lot of van life and camping and all that kind of stuff, the main selling factor and highlight to me is the portability. It is so small, compact. I can fold it up and take it along with me in pretty much any adventure. Now, it is off-road and rugged, but I wouldn't advise going on any mountain bike trails or hitting any jumps or stuff like that. But for the classic dirt, gravel, and little off-roading, this thing is perfect. So I just wanted to say a huge thank you and shout out to the team over at Hiboy for sending me the EX6F and sponsoring today's video. If you'd like to check out this bike for yourself, be sure to do it through the link in my description for the best available pricing. And they also hooked up my subscribers with a little discount code. So if you type in EX6F at checkout, you're gonna save 5%. So thank you to Hiboy for sponsoring today's video. Thank you for watching. Be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and stay posted because we got some van life and big adventures coming up soon.